Good morning and welcome to the ADS Securities Markets Update. Beginning with the Asian session today, they were a collection of economic releases from New Zealand and Japan after more than 2 days of lack of fundamentals. In New Zealand, trade balance surplus narrowed back to 285 million in May, down from 498 million in April. In Japan, which were the key for the day, household spending crashed by another 8% in May after a decline of 4.6% the month before, while it had been anticipated to decline by 1.9% only. And this reading is the biggest decline since April of 2011. The unemployment rate also ticked down to 3.5%, while it had been anticipated to remain unrevised unchanged at 3.6% for the month of May. Year-over-year retail sales also showed another decline with 0.4% in May, comparing to another decline of 4.3%, while it had been anticipated to decline by 1.9% only. As for the inflation figures today, Tokyo CPI stabilized at 2.8% in June, while the national Core CPI increased further to 3.4%, which is another record high. The Japanese yen also showed some bids after these figures, rising the most against the US dollar toward 101.32. As for the European session today, there are a collection of economic releases from Germany, France, Spain and the UK, which is likely to have a notable impact on the market ahead of the weekend. Beginning with Germany today, the inflation figures will be released. The expectation points to a rise of 0.2% in June after a decline of 0.3% in May. In France, consumer spending may rise by 0.3% in May, comparing also to another decline of the same rate of 0.3% in April. In Spain, consumer price index also is expected to show an increase of 0.3%, comparing to a rise of 0.2% the month before. In the UK, current account deficit may narrow back to minus 17.1 billion in Q1, comparing to minus 22.4 billion pound in Q4 of last month. And finally, a Q1 final GDP set to remain unrevised at 0.8%. As for the US session today, there is only one economic figure will be released. The revised University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is expected to rise again to 82.2, up from 81.2 during the month of June. This is it for today. You can follow us on our social media sites, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, to get the latest economic releases, reports and analysis. Thank you for watching and have a good weekend.